Hey, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Nights here with Niall Horan. How are you?
Hello, Shannon.
It is a pleasure to have you in here.
Thanks for having me.
So I was thinking about you in a
That's the cutest thing. That's the cutest thing anyone's ever said.
I feel like a lot of Irishmen have a little bit of a potty mouth. Is that true?
Yeah. Complete fact, yeah.
I have a hard time because I like to swear as well, but I do a radio show, so I always have to be very careful not to swear. Do you feel that in interviews like this where you like have to hold yourself back from swearing?
No, 100%. Every sentence usually has an F of some sort in it, just for no reason. It's just part of our vocab.
Yeah.
And I do struggle talking to the masses without swearing.
Right.
Concerts are hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm with my fans. I just kind of chat to them like they're my mates.
Right.
And then I realize that there's kids in the audience, and I'm like, F this and F that. But
yeah,
I understand where you're coming from.
Totally. Well, it's a safe space. You can say
okay.
If you like. Sounds good. So it's been about 2 years, hey?
I know.
Since you've released some music. How do you feel like you've changed the most in these last 2 years?
I feel like I've got an extra chin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's been fun. I feel like looking at photos of myself square on is not as fun as it used to be 2 years ago. I don't know. I guess like evolved generally. The gap between 23, 24 and 26 is bigger than I thought. I didn't realize, when you look at it, it's only a few years, but a lot happens to you emotionally, physically in those few years. And I think musically, I've just been like, after I toured, I was like, now I can really go for it. With the success of the first album, I felt like I could just branch out a little bit and try different types of music and just go for it.
Yeah. What are you most excited about with this whole second chapter?
I know it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I like the fact that now I've got a good combo of nice chilled out tunes and then the more aggressive side of things with the stuff that's coming. Songs like Nice to Meet You, etc. And yeah, I just think it's going to be a nice combo. I can't wait to come and tour again. I've got we're kind of in the chats about touring at the minute and stuff like that. So we can't wait to announce all that stuff and get an album out and just be back in the mix, because I feel like it's a really good time to be in pop music at the minute with all that's going on. All of my friends doing really well, and I've been sitting on my arse for the last year, basically, writing tunes and just playing golf and stuff. So I've kind of missed out. So I'm just happy to be back, to be honest.
Yeah, and you've mentioned that you had like a bit of FOMO when you see all your friends like going to award shows and stuff while you've had this time off. But what is the best part about having that time to yourself?
I mean, I toured for 18 months, so I needed some sort of relaxed time. I didn't really stick a timeline on myself when I went to sit down and write the album. The label knew that as well. Everyone knew that I was just going to disappear for a little bit and kind of just pass music over when I'm ready. So I got to just be a normal person for a while, go on vacations, places, go to festivals, just do normal stuff, and then come back to the day job. And yeah, I just enjoy it. I just had enough of chill. I'm ready to go.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready to get busy?
Yeah.
So you've mixed up the sound a bit with this new album. Was that something that you had in mind before you went into the studio to make this music, or did that just come naturally while you were creating it?
I mean, the last stuff was successful, I think.
You think?
And
billions of streams.
Billions of streams. And I just... I like your phrasing. And I don't know, when you're making like an acoustic album, it's hard to get extremely excited about it, because that's how it feels. It feels acoustic and chilled out, and you don't like feel too aggressive. This time I've gone a little bit more, because of the success of the first one. I've kind of felt a little bit more chest out. I can walk into the studio and write heavier stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Especially because you've like built this name as a solo artist, right? That you can, now that you have all of that success on your own, you can just go in there and be like, this is what we're doing.
I am so successful.
You are?
You've no idea.
You're modest.
I know, it's just, you do, like, I'm quite like a chilled out person in general, and I don't get overly excited over stuff just because I know it can crumble around you as quick as you got there. So I try and stay on top of things and don't let myself kind of fall back. And I feel like this time I've kind of taken that step again, and just everything's just kind of transformed nicely in the next stuff. And I mean, Nice to Meet You is a good starter, and there's songs to come that get me excited as well. And yeah, it's just I'm just very excited now.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. That's awesome.
Yep.
So your bud Lewis Capaldi was here last week.
Yeah, I seen your interview.
That's great. I love that.
You looked quite confused at times.
Do you think?
There was a lot of effing and blinding and him talking about, as you said, his bowel movements.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He likes to talk about the most ridiculous things. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, but that's what he's like all the time.
Oh, it's great. That must be a fun friendship to have with him.
He's an absolute crazed animal. Yeah, he's constantly funny. Like, he texted me yesterday. We're doing all the iHeartRadio Jingle Ball things in the States towards the end of the year. We're actually doing the same ones, and he just texted me saying, make sure you have your drinking boots on, because we have a day off after every one. So he's already excited. So I've taken a month off alcohol this month, just in preparation, just to make sure that I'm in good shape for when the Christmas comes.
That's so great. I love that. Can we see music from the two of you in the future?
Yeah, we've written together.
Have you?
Yeah, one of the very few artists that I have written with, actually. Probably the only one. Nah, I've written with people before, but nothing's ever happened. But we have a song. I haven't heard it in a while. I think it's good. He said in a recent interview that he wants me to release it because he needs the money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the guy is off the charts. He's the biggest artist in the world
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
doing fine. And he's living at home, so he's probably just saving all that
Yeah,
money.
he's rent-free. His mother cleans his dirty boxers. He's back in Glasgow now, chilling out. He doesn't spend his money anywhere, so he doesn't need the money.
Nah.
He's fine. But hopefully we can release something at some stage. It'd be fun. Like, it'd be good to go and do a promo tour with that fella.
Oh, my goodness.
To be honest, I wouldn't get a word in edgeways. And I can talk, but I wouldn't get a word in edgeways. And anyway, I think I'm like half funny. And then when I'm around him and see the whole room laughing at him, I just feel like I shouldn't even be there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like, he could have conducted this whole interview himself.
Yeah, I know. He was just ridiculous. Like, anything you talk about, he would just, like, go on about
Got
it.
on a tangent.
But something that he did mention in that interview is that he does not enjoy the music making process. He doesn't like being in the studio. But you have said that you love that part of it, that you have so much fun with that. So what is it about being in the studio that you love so much?
I don't know. It's exactly what I thought it would be when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole idea of, I wanted to know, when I was a kid, I wanted to know what happened in the studio, and I would watch videos and stuff like that of what actually happens in there, and I taught myself how to use all the different programs, etc. And yeah, I just loved, to be fair, a lot of my songs are not even written in the studio. I just kind of write mine at home or whatever. But the whole idea of it, and the producer there, and the whole band, and just laying down what you envisioned in your head. Like, when I wrote Nice to Meet You, I knew exactly how I wanted it to sound, but hearing that come to life in the studio and getting really, I know Lewis said that he's not like meticulous at all, but I'm the complete opposite.
Oh, yeah.
I have to get into it, and I mean, Nice to Meet You would still be in mixing right now if it was up to me,
Oh,
because
really?
I'm just always like trying to fine tune everything. I just like it. I'm just a bit of an OCD person in general, and kind of like the little bits and pieces where other people don't.
Right. And Shawn Mendes, he just covered Nice to Meet You
Yeah.
on his Instagram. Did he tell you that beforehand, or was
No,
that a surprise?
weirdly enough, I was talking to him, and then 5 minutes later he posted a video on Instagram, and he didn't even mention it. But yeah, I mean, he's a really good friend of mine, as you know, and he's a great guy, and very Canadian, and he is just off the charts talented. So for him to he's known that song for a while. I sent it to him a while ago, but from when it came out, and just as it came out, he posted a video of it, and it's pretty cool. Like, he's one of the biggest artists in the world, and you know, he's done a version of my song, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that's so great. Niall, thank you so much for coming
Thank
on.
you.
Yeah, really appreciate it.